Let's go, Rider Nation.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah, here we go. It's a feeling now. Get 'em high, get 'em low, 'cause we're dealing now. Everybody's giving it all they got, 'cause we're ready.
Welcome to the Piffles podcast, your Saskatchewan Roughriders fan podcast. Thanks for joining us here this week, possibly on iTunes. Did you get that sorted out?
Maybe-ish. We did. I love technology.
We're a mess.
Oh,
Hey guys,
hey,
let's
you didn't spend 5 hours with Spotify support on Saturday and Sunday.
we thought it was a good idea. Let's switch up hosting sites.
The good news is though, now the full catalog is now available to everybody.
In case you want to go back and listen to our early stuff.
All
Hey, some good stuff
545 files are now available. That includes interviews and of course the main show.
There we go.
Take a good 45 minutes out of your day one time and find the Wayne Shaw interview. Do yourself a favor and listen to that. I'll leave it there. But this is the Piffles podcast. Thanks for joining us wherever you get your podcast, watching on YouTube, watching on the live feed on X or Facebook, and SaskTel Max TV on demand. We appreciate it. Piffles podcast, of course, is brought to you by Dairy Queen on Elphinstone Street and Sask Drive in Regina. We're also proud to be sponsored by Kathy Festian of Roy LePage Next Level, Churchill Brewing Company, District 306, Regina's tactical laser tag experience, Bigfoot Vodka, and Creasy's Premium Home Leisure Jacuzzi Spas. As always, you got me. I'm Alex.
I'm Steve.
And I think what we need to do is just get rid of kickers. We just need to get rid of kickers.
No, get the ones who will get you 4 points. The guys who can kick you 4 points.
These oddball American, like everyone wants to make fun of the CFL and their oddball rules. The UFL is wow.
We'll spend more time talking about other leagues' rules in a little bit. Give us a follow on social media. We're at Piffles Pod. I'm at Real Alex D.
I'm at Stephomod.
As always, I do not need nor want your pity follows at Greg on Sports.
Not a lot happening in the CFL, but some big news in regards to how we're going to celebrate Rider games, and that takes front stage here with the opening kickoff. Let's get to it. So the opening kickoff presented by Kathy Festian of Roy LePage Next Level. We're going to start with the tailgating. Riders sent out emails to season ticket holders. We knew tailgating was going to be introduced to Saskatchewan here in 2026. How is it all going to look? Well, we still don't fully have a grasp on it. We kind of have an idea, but not full details. But the team sent out emails for the Tailgate lottery. So I don't know what your guys' luck are in lotteries. Mine's not good. I did sign up. So season ticket holders, you can sign up, purchase, I use in air quotes because it's $0, a ticket into the lottery. And if you're lucky, you get a tailgate spot. So
If you're lucky, you get to spend $500 a year.
so let's
So the good news is that's usually what I do with lottery is just spend $500 a year and don't usually win much out of it. So this is perfect. I'm set for this.
At least this way you get a parking spot. Two parking spaces.
2 parking spots.
Yeah. So sign up by, March 5th. Winners are going to be alerted in April. So you got just over a week to enter in, week and a half. So the way it's going to work, apparently there's about 200-ish spaces for this tailgating area that they're going to have outside Mosaic Stadium. And the cost is going to be $500 per spot. So that's 2 spaces, one for your vehicle, one to set up your tables, your barbecues, whatever you're going to do. And that's for all 10 games. And the playoff game is included for free. So really 11 games, because we're going to have a home playoff game again in 2026. So when you guys saw this, I was busy at work. I didn't really notice this. I just checked our Twitter DMs and our chat, and I was like, oh, this is a thing. Okay. Oh, is this an email? Okay. Yeah, it is. I'll sign up too. Boom. And that's really all I've noticed about it. I've been too busy to look at it. So when you guys saw this, what was your first impression?
Quick sign up, go, and then read through and realize it's not a first come first serve thing, which is probably for the best. But
Probably.
it was very quickly sign up and read through their little instructions. It's exactly how I expected it would be. And we've seen so many complaints about the cost, but parking at Mosaic Stadium was $300 a year. You're getting 2 spots. Technically, you're getting a deal. So quit your whining.
That's a good spin. I like that.
Right?
But it's not even that though. And I chuckle at people's ignorance. Maybe is the word. Everyone just seems to think that NFL, like these famous NFL tailgates, people just first comes first serves, or they've been camping there for 3 days. They pay for their spots as well, and most of them are in the hundreds of dollars US, like 177, 150. San Francisco is 58 American, but that's for one spot.
That's is that for the season, or is that for a game?
That's a game per game. So honestly, the riders are very on par to what the NFL is doing, especially considering, I guarantee you, I really hope it's not the Armory parking lot, that gravel thing. I'm hoping it's more towards the Brand Center, and they're gonna
people used to tailgate that anyway.
Yeah, and they're gonna block that off. But yeah, like I don't understand why people were freaking out about the cost. When you space out over 10, possibly 11 games, it's actually not that bad.
No, $500 that's parking for the year. If you're mad at that price, you probably weren't going to be parking anyways. This might not be for you. Perfect. Leave another spot for us. Good with it.
Now, that said, I don't know how you guys would do it, but I would try and recoup some of my money back if I were one of the lucky ones to get a spot. I'd invite you guys for a small nominal donation fee to the spot, to pay for the spot, but charge people $5 to show up. But how is it all going to work with, okay, well, let's say I'm paying $500 for this spot, right? For example, some person's just going to come up and stand in my spot too and drink and eat my food.
Well, I assume that you could just tell people to leave, but maybe not us. We're cowards, but other people might.
No, you'd be the first one I tell to leave.
I look at it this way, kind of similar to Craven, where you have your campsites, you set up, you do your stuff. People are going to come wandering by, and will they stop and chat? Will you get a go rider? Sure. Will they hang out? Maybe. But chances are people are just going to go wander around and, hey, look, those guys are playing cornhole over there. Check that out. That type of stuff. It's more of a community thing. I don't see it being too weird, but then again, there's always weirdos.
It's Saskatchewan. There's going to be weirdos. If nothing else, we're really good at it. From what I heard, there's only 200 spots available, which is not a hefty number of tailgate spots. So it's enough. It's enough to get the atmosphere going ahead of the game.
So one thing that I've heard people question, I don't know all the details, how they're going to have security and enforce it and everything, but is it going to be like fenced off? And you can, maybe not fenced off, but kind of like how they have in Winnipeg, where you can literally just walk around the entire parking lot with your drink in your hand and not worry about getting stopped by security or whatever. I don't know if it's that relaxed here.
Well, considering the legislation act, like, remember, they went to the government to get this done. So I believe that section of the parking lot, be wherever it will probably have to be obviously delineated where it's safe to walk with a beverage in your hand. Obviously, there will be, I'm assuming, strict rules about selling said liquor, because you won't have Yeah, that would be a no-no.
Put a tip jar on your table, maybe.
Yeah,
Don't
exactly.
say it's
Like,
going towards booze. If you do that, I mean, you deserve the fine you get.
yeah, but I don't.
Apparently, that's how
see-
Calgary almost got shut down. Was somebody was selling beer,
Yeah.
out in the open. So, Rider Nation, don't be stupid. If you
Leave
want
that
this to last more than a year, follow the rules. Don't be dumb.
But I guarantee you, there will be a laundry list of regulations being sent to whoever's lucky enough to
Mhm.
get those tailgating spots, and as they should be. And yes, hopefully there's jack wagons in every crowd. Someone's going to do something stupid.
3 of them right here.
And okay, we're jack wagons, but I don't see us doing something dumb enough to get the tailgating shut down. There will be someone do something.
16 years
100%.
ago.
First game. What's the over under on tables broken? Because people are lemmings.
Oh man, I hope so. I hope this turns into a Bills Mafia type thing where everyone's jumping through tables. Please
All it's
let
going
that
to take is one broken arm jumping
is
through
gonna
a table.
who is going to be I don't remember his name, but I watched the 30 for 30 on the Bills tailgating thing that they had before. It's the dude who literally like sits down with a circle of people around him, and they all squirt like ketchup and hot dog and throw mayo on him, or ketchup and mustard. He's like the condiment
Dibs
guy.
out. Dibs out.
You're not
Yeah,
that
not
guy.
me. No,
No?
I'm not that
No.
guy either. No.
Guess it's you. Congratulations, Alex.
I got voluntold. Perfect. But the number one question I have about this whole tailgating thing, when the Piffles podcast has an official tailgating spot, what's the first menu item? What are we going to have?
Ooh,
Has to be meatballs, right?
it really does.
Meatball subs. Yeah, meatballs. Definitely meatballs.
Ooh. We only have to make 7 of them, so we should be fine.
Yeah, we'll be good.
Yeah.
So we'll find out in April who gets these tailgate spaces. I mean, worst case, grab your Six or a Churchill and go
Walk
find some
through
friends.
anyways.
Exactly. But it'll be good to see. It'll be interesting to see how it all gets unveiled here with the tailgating and what that's actually going to look like.
I think as anything year one, there's going to be hiccups. There's going to be people that are going to be happy, and there's going to be people that are going to be very upset. I think that people are going to have to show patience, and I know that's weird in this province to show patience, but I definitely think one thing Saskatchewan is known for is community, and I think it's going to be a good time. I really do. I think the good is going to outweigh the bad on this one.
Looking forward to that very first one, the home opener. That'll be fantastic. And then the only other rider news this week, we have a new punter. Yes, very exciting. Oscar Chapman, coming from Auburn University. So he's a global designation, and it's him and Jesse Mirko.
You know, it's a big news week when the only signing or football-related signing is a punter. I hope he can kick a football.
So, global punters, American kickers, what is going on? Taking jobs from good Canadian boys.
This is Randy Ambrosie's CFL. Let me tell you, this is exactly what he wanted, wasn't it? But yeah, that's it. That's all the rider news. But I did want to bring one other thing up, and this comes from a former rider. Maybe he'll show up on Remember That Guy at some point. Malik Carney spoke to media members, and one thing that he said was, what's your message to the Saskatchewan Roughriders? He said, they're going to see me and they're going to feel me. That's all I got to say for them. But he was saying football isn't about the money. It's about the brotherhood. And I'm not in the locker room. I'm not, these guys aren't coming over my house every day and hanging out. We're not best friends. So I can't really speak on that. His experience is obviously very different than mine. He could be right. absolutely could be about the friendships made and the long lasting legacy that you have. He says it's not about the money. Proceeds to sign for the most amount of money, which is fine. But that brings me to a little bit of a rant. And I'm sure in the last 10 years, I've done this on this show. Players, stop the BS. Stop it. Go for the money. It's fine to go for the money. Football careers are short. And especially in the CFL, you're not getting paid life-changing amounts of money that are going to set up your family for years and years and years. So when you get a chance to go get $270,000 a year like Malik Carney is in Edmonton, do it. Please do it. That's great. I know it sucks for us as fans when you have great players leaving every single year because they're getting a better offer elsewhere. Yeah, that sucks for us. But on a personal level, go get that bag. I'll never fault a player for ever leaving in free agency to go get even $1 more. If you maximize your career, absolutely. Say it. Just say it. Be honest. Less people will hate you for it. Don't say, oh, I love this place so much. It's so hard to leave. No, it's easy for you to leave. You don't really love this place that much. That's fine. Just say it. You're going for the money. Please, just say it. Own it. And people will move on. They'll be like, yeah, I get it.
Two things can be true at the same time, Alex. He was offered a boatload of money and he could still love this place. However, he loved this place until like 269. Yeah. And then Edmonton put the extra one on top. You're right. We've said this all the time. We're never going to fault a player to go get paid. Like, careers are short. I don't know, and maybe it's the players. Like, I also read the interview with CJ Rivas that came out. I think actually came out today, and same thing is like, yeah, it was pretty obvious. The writing was on the wall. Like, they didn't want me. I moved positions for them, but like Brooks is younger and cheaper and was balling out. And I don't know, the chip that these guys, the fake chip that these guys need going, they didn't want me. That's not what it is. It's a business decision, guys. It's a business for you. It's a business for the team. And you just need to be, but if you need that chip to go, they didn't want me, I'll show them, they'll feel me, then so be it. The fact remains, at the end of the day, there's a salary management system in place. Don't tell BC that, but everyone's supposed to play by these rules, and just be happy you're getting paid. At the end of the day, you're getting paid, so it doesn't matter.
I guarantee you, Jeremy O'Day and crew sat in an office and said, we'd love to have Malik Carney back. We'd love to have AJ Allen back. We'd love to. They probably wanted every single player back, because unlike Winnipeg, we would have been running it back with, young, talented players instead of the team that's lost 3 straight Grey Cups. But I digress. But at the end of the day, like you said, there's only so much money to go around. I would love one time for a player to go, free agency opened. I got 9 offers from 9 teams, and I picked the highest one. Didn't even look at anything else. I just wanted the most money. I would probably be like, Jersey, I want it. Respect for honesty. Because we know you're chasing the dollar. If you weren't, if it was about brotherhood, you sign back here for less. It's not. It's about money. Get paid. Just accept it. Own it. Or you might end up the villain like Henry Burris was. And, we need another one of those in Saskatchewan. I don't see Carney or CJ Rivas being that guy. They're too loved and too. They're saying the right things for the most part.
At the end of the day, when it comes to your pro sports career, you have 2 options. Did you take the most money, or did you win the most championships? So you have to make that decision, whether it's legacy or being financially independently wealthy, or just financially independent. In the case of the CFL contracts, because they ain't huge. So I don't fault anyone for either. Everyone's going to make their decision based on what is important to them.
Just own it.
Yeah, just be honest.
I will say this though, And he said they're going to see me and they're going to feel me, and that's all I got to say for them. I will say this: as good as a pass rusher as Malik Carney is, and he had 8 sacks last year, was one of the top defensive ends in terms of pressures all season long. He'd be going up against Peyton Collins and Jamarcus Hardrick. I like our chances. I'm not too worried about Malik Carney saying they're going to see me and they're going to feel me. Okay, come prove it against these 2 studs.
Bring it on.
Yeah.
We get by those, you got to get by AJ Olette too.
Is it wrong that I think the biggest loss on the defensive line is probably Haba, not Carney? I really do, and it's nothing against Carney. I just think literally bang for the buck, and for a young guy coming up, I think Habakkuk Baldonado is going to be a star in this league.
Poor guy's in Ottawa now, though, so
yeah,
won't be getting very many wins, that's for sure.
When it comes crashing down and hurts inside, he's going to learn.
There was no factoring playoff dollars in those contract numbers. If so, I'm not sure they're signing in Edmonton or Ottawa.
So you're going to pay me that much, and I get to go home early? Interesting.
Right?
Okay. That actually doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah. 270, our season's over in September? Sweet.
Yeah, sure. 6 game to end the season. All for it. See you guys. But yeah. We'll see what happens first time we play Edmonton. We'll see how many pressures and sacks he gets against Peyton Collins and Jamarcus Hardrick. I'm willing to bet that it's not going to be worth $270,000.
We'll be sure to set an over-under on that one.
Yes. That's the opening kickoff presented by Kathy Festian of Royal LePage Next Level. Get some more football talk going in just a second. Did want to bring up the Banjo Bowl bus, sponsored by Engelheim Charters. March 1st, mark your calendars. That's this upcoming Sunday? Sunday.
Yeah.
It is.
Open to the public. We're opening it up for everybody.
It's going to make me work on a Sunday? Rude.
We'll schedule a post. We'll make it easy for you. Nice mug, by the way, Steve.
Yep.
That's the Grey Cup champion. That's a nice mug.
Like the back too.
Oh, that's where it says it's BC's time. Yes.
Yep.
I like that.
It was in fact not their time.
But the Banjo Bowl bus. So right now, if you've been on the bus before, you've been emailed. Check your emails if you haven't answered them. We've gone through almost 40% of the spots to returning people already. But on March 1st, opening it to the public, 2 nights in Winnipeg. We're going on the Friday, probably around 10 or 11 a.m. on the day before the game. Coming back on the Sunday afternoon as well. So we'll have 2 nights in Winnipeg. We're going to stay in Polo Park, plenty of bars, restaurants, all that kind of stuff is a short walk or Uber away. And this gets you the bus to and from Winnipeg from Regina, ride to and from the game as well, and to the hotel, back to the hotel on Saturday. Ticket to the game, and we're going to stop in Brandon for lunch on the way there. And of course, Greg's stomping grounds. We're stopping in Moosomin at the Red Barn on the way back, which is always a highlight of this trip. So full details coming out on Sunday for that. So if you're looking at Banjo Bowl, I can promise you to get you there and back in the way that we're doing it, you're not going to find a better price anywhere for it.
And as a teaser, early bird only goes to May 1st. So if you want to get in at the cheapest rate, get in fast. Because like you said, we're 40% full already, and it hasn't even gone live yet.
Prize is going to be on the bus as well. We're still working on getting some more, but we have a whole bunch of rider gear we're going to be giving out. And grand prize, I got it beside me. I talked about it last week, but someone on the bus, you see it? George Reed.
Can't see the signature. There we go.
There it is. George Reed signed jersey in the frame too. I did an okay job of framing that, I think. But yeah, George Reed signed jersey in the frame going to someone on the bus. So that's last year we gave away a jersey, a customized Rider jersey. This year, George Reed signed jersey. If that's not incentive enough, I don't know what is. So
I'm putting my name in the hat, just so you know.
my name's already in the hat a few times, I'll tell you that. I want a second one. So yeah, if you're looking at possibly going to the Banjo Bowl, want to go with us, it'll be a blast. Full details out on Sunday. So watch the social medias for that, and love to have you on board. Well, let's get to Remember That Guy. Brought to you by District 306, Regina's tactical laser tag experience. Greg has a list in front of him of Rider players from some point in history, from one day to, I don't know, 22 years maybe as a Rider. I'm not sure how far your list goes. But someone who was once a Rider, you're going to give us some hints, and we're going to have to try and guess who it is. How many Van Stones is it this week, Greg?
If you know weird places where guys are born, this is fairly easy.
Okay.
This is like a 2. So like Gove and Rob are going to probably get this one.
They've probably already guessed it.
Yes. Other than that,
For idiots like me and Steve.
oh, it's like a 4.
Okay.
All right.
Well, let's remember that guy.
This gentleman was born and raised in Anchorage, Alaska. I know. I was shocked too. This actually, I didn't know this about this guy.
Okay.
But
Anchorage.
he played college ball at East Central University, which is based in Oklahoma.
That's a ways away.
Yeah, it is. Like, he had to go on the road to play his college ball.
Okay.
They didn't have any Div 1 schools in Alaska?
Not football ones. If you want to whale, I'm sure you can do that. Signed by the Bills as an undrafted free agent. So we're talking like a Div 3 school, and you got brought into the Bills.
Well, it's not Corey Mays.
It is definitely not Courtney. Has called Buffalo, Los Angeles, Sioux Falls, Ottawa, Vancouver, Edmonton, and actually currently Las Vegas home.
Currently lost.
Ray Elgard, but no.
No, not Ray Elgar.
Let's have some fun.
I'll keep
The
my
only
shirt on, thanks.
The only championship to his name is a United Bowl championship, which is the Indoor Football League championship, which he won in Sioux Falls.
It's a recent guy, right?
Fairly recent, yep.
Las Vegas.
CFL career stats are 165 receptions, 7 touchdowns, and 2,064 yards. So you're looking for a receiver.
Oh,
And the final
hold on.
one.
No, hold on. It's not Kerry Coke, is it?
It is not.
Okay.
Caught the first regular season touchdown at New Mosaic.
Oh,
Caleb Hawley.
There you go. It's scary you guys said that exact same time.
I have Caleb Hawley on my list of potentials in here. I knew at some point you were going to bring him. He's right beside. He's actually right beside Kerry Coke, right underneath Junior Murtile, and just ahead of Yo Murphy on the list.
See, when we do Junior Murtile, I'm going to have to make his so obscure so I can just get to the Olay comment, and then you guys will get it.
His favorite wrestler is El Grande Americano. Why?
No, El Matador.
El Matador.
El Matador. But yeah, no, I couldn't believe Caleb Hawley was born and raised in Anchorage. I was like,
I had no idea.
How do you know you're good at football in Anchorage, Alaska?
I mean, I can't imagine there's very, very many good football players in Anchorage, Alaska.
So when you're good, you're good, I guess. I have no idea. But
That receiving group that we had in
So good.
2017, and then turning into 2018, man, that was such a good group.
Dropping things over here.
All right. But Caleb Hawley was the was the lesser known of everybody. We had Naaman Roosevelt. You had
we had the presidents. And
Bakari, man, I love Bakari Grant. He was fantastic.
Into the show.
Deron Carter as well too. When his head was in the game, there was not many people in the CFL more talented than him. And then
when his head wasn't in the game, there was no one else you didn't want on that field.
I mean, Caleb Hawley is your 4, and then my favorite player, favorite rider of all time, Rob Bagg. Did you say
Dennis Guile?
Well, okay, touche. My second favorite player of all time, Rob Bagg.
The Riders always
that was a good group.
The Riders have always been able to find receivers. Like very rarely have they had a miss in the receiving core. There's been some bad ones. Don't get me wrong, but typically, like the Canadian Air Force, the presidents, they've always been able to find that good crew every once in a while. You'll get a lull, but they've always found a way to have some really good receivers. Yeah, but Caleb Hall is still playing. He's playing for the Las Vegas Nighthawks.
I had no idea he was still playing. Good for him.
He grew his hair out though. It was weird though. I'm like, is that Caleb Hawley? Yeah, he's got like dreads, like long dreads. Kind of looks like Naaman Roosevelt now.
Yeah, that was a good group of catchers we had here in Saskatchewan. Just had nobody to throw him the ball.
So good, we turned one into a DB.
Yeah. Still gave us one of the best moments of all time.
Say what you want about Rod Peterson. That is still probably that is his highlight call ever. Nothing will be better. That's his Do You Believe in Miracles?
That was a good one. That was a good one. Bo Levi.
I liked Superman 2 was another good one in the 2013 Grey Cup.
Yeah. Yeah. Caleb Hawley. Remember that guy. I thought he had more than 7 touchdowns. It felt like he had more than 7. Is that what it was? 7 touchdowns?
7. I was surprised too, and I'm like, oh, is this a Genius Sports thing again? And then I double checked, and they had all of his years in there. So yeah, he only had 7 touchdowns in his entire CFL career. That's not his rider career. That's his entire CFL career, because he played in Ottawa and Edmonton as well.
Yeah. Well, Caleb Hawley this week on Remember That Guy, sponsored by District 306, Regina's Tactical Laser Tag Experience. Let's get to the Churchill Brewing Company odds and end zones. Do you want to do rule changes or do you want to do power rankings, guys?
Let's start with the power rankings.
Okay. Why not? The off season's pretty much.
You mean betting odds?
Yeah. Not quite. There's a difference between betting odds and power rankings.
Not in BC.
Yeah, but they also think footballs are elbows, so.
They kind of sound alike.
Figure with free agency basically come and gone, and now is the real lull of the off season. We're not going to get very many signings. Nothing major is happening until the combine and the draft. Still a ways away. Let's do some power rankings. So, what we normally do during this season is. Greg and I send our power rankings to Steve. He does the math on them. You crunch the numbers. I don't know how long that takes, but I definitely did feel like doing it this time.
My abacus gets a real workout.
And then we just we put out one power ranking, and then we do list our individual ones in the article as well. But this one, there's a decent amount of difference. Usually we're all kind of on the same page in terms of power rankings, and I just thought there was so much different in this one that we need to put them out separately. So, power rankings at this time of the year in this part of the country, all located here in the Piffles podcast. Yes. May I see them? No. But yes. So if there's your Simpsons reference of the evening. So we all agreed on number 1. And I think that's, I mean, my first power rankings of any year, I will default to the Grey Cup champions. Doesn't matter who they are. Just so happens they happen to be the Rough Riders. So yeah, it looks a little bit of a homer pick. Obviously losing a lot of guys in the off season, but
Two things can be true.
retaining a lot of stars in the off season as well too. This is still to me the deepest team in the CFL. You look at the All-Stars that they had last year, almost every single one of them's back. So they're number one. But then after that, it kind of gets a little bit tricky for us. So I know, Greg, you were different than me and Steve.
Yeah, I'm looking at your guys' now because I actually honestly never looked at your guys'. I'm looking at them now.
So Greg, you had Montreal in second.
Because I think they're going to win the East, and when you come out of the East, look at the reason why Ottawa's got a Grey Cup is they weren't the best team in the league, but all you have to do is be good in one game, and I think they're going to. I think Montreal has a good core, and they're coming out of the East.
Steve, we both had BC in second.
Given how that West final went and their propensity for spending money in the offseason, I don't think it's their time, but their time might be close.
Yep. Number 3, I went with Hamilton. You guys have, Steve, you have Montreal, and Greg, you went with BC. So we're all over the map on number 3. I think Hamilton's, I mean, they were first in the East last year. I know they didn't win the East final, but they've made the most improvements in the East with big-time player signings. I know they lost a couple players, but I think they're right there. Number 4, Greg, you had Calgary. Steve, you had Calgary. I'm surprised. I have Calgary way down at 7. What have they done this offseason for you guys to say they're number 4?
Here's the thing for me. I know they lost some guys going down south. I have made the mistake of writing off Calgary too many times. Their fall from grace lasted a year, and they were right back to a legitimate shot at a home playoff game. And I just, to me, it feels like they're a team that will always be competitive enough to make waves. And Edmonton and Winnipeg did nothing to get better in my mind. I know you like what Winnipeg did. I will not say anything nice about Winnipeg. Winnipeg sucks. So
it looks good in their rearview mirror.
One. They look great in their rearview mirror.
And me with Calgary, they've always had a way to find talent to backfill. Yes, they went through a little bit of a lull with that handoff to Dickinson taking over as general manager, but they seem to found guys last year. And yeah, I think they're going to be good. I don't think they're going to be great, but I think they're going to be good enough to shock some people. Because last year, yes, they lost some guys, but they still looked really good in situations.
Number 4, I had Montreal there. Number 5, I had the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Again, like Steve said, I like what they did in free agency. Not necessarily keeping the guys that they kept, the old guys, but the signings that they had, I thought were very, very good moves for them. Greg, you had Hamilton at 5. And Steve, so did you.
Until they prove it, they don't belong anywhere above middle ground. Win a great.
And I think maybe I am being persuaded by Ticats fans because they are pissed. They are not happy with anything the Ticats did this offseason. So, and maybe I'm feeding off their biases because they seem to think the team got worse. So I tend
they
to
have the MBOP.
And then what? And then what? Do they even have a running back right now?
No.
Did they sign anyone? They didn't sign anyone.
They have no.
No, it's like So yeah, they let Bell go for an exorbitant amount, which is fine. Ottawa overpaid for everybody, but yeah, they never replaced him, and he's a 1,000-yard rusher. So I don't know.
Fair enough. Number 6, Greg, you had Winnipeg. Steve, you also had Winnipeg. I had Edmonton at number 6.
Wow. Edmonton, really?
Yeah,
They're,
I
they're
like
the
what,
Hamilton of the West. The only difference to me is they're not even a good football team. At least Hamilton has competed regularly over the last few years. Edmonton wins every offseason. They have for years. What's different about this one? Tell me.
they actually won a
This is
few games last year at the end of the year. They actually
eh,
know who their number 1 quarterback is going into the season, which I think is a big difference for them this year.
that's fair.
I like Mark Killam as a coach. I think he's going to get them to buy in, and it kind of showed last year. Even in some of their losses, they were really close. I think it'll take a little bit of time for them to gel again this year, but I think they make the playoffs this year. I think they're one and done in the semifinal, whichever one it is, East or West. I think they're one and done, but I think they're going to be better. I don't think they win the Piffy Award for winning free agency, but not winning anything important.
Like that goes to everybody, who everybody has at number 9.
Yeah. At number 7, that's where I had Calgary. I know that'll kind of be surprising to you guys. I just think losing those guys to the NFL and not doing anything else, losing receivers to retirement, like they're, I don't know. I don't see anything that they did in the offseason that's like, I like their signing of Dejon Brissett, but I think they're really banking on Reggie Bagleton being healthy, because otherwise their receiving core is one guy.
I think we're in a situation where Calgary and Edmonton are going to be in that knife fight, fighting for that last West playoff spot, or even the crossover. It's I don't know. Like, it's, to me, I could have put Winnipeg, Calgary, or Edmonton anywhere on that list where I had the other ones and go, yeah, no, that's fine. It's going to be BC and Saskatchewan, and then everyone else has got to fill in behind them.
Yeah, you can throw Montreal into that list for me, and there is such a gap between those 3 teams and the rest of the league that you could literally throw them in a hat, shake it up, throw them on a board, and call it power rankings, and I would look at it and probably agree with it. It's
as long as the
nature of the
at the
CFL right now.
But
Yep.
as Dave says here, hopefully it's not one of my hats, or there'll only be room for one, right? Yeah. Thanks, Dave. Appreciate that. And then you guys had, Greg, you had Edmonton at 7, and Steve, you had Toronto at 7. Number 8, Greg, you had Toronto. That's where I had Toronto as well. And this is where I like Steve's list the best, is 8 and 9.
Because he just waved a white flag going, I don't know.
Yeah, 8 and 9, Edmonton and Ottawa. You didn't feel like doing the same thing twice?
They're the same team. It's that office thing. They're the same picture.
Yeah.
Until one of them shows me something, they will be at the bottom of every list I make. They both have potential. They both did solid work in the offseason, but they've done that year after year after year, and it's gotten them nothing. So
Going back to Toronto for me, the reason why I have them at 8 is because, yeah, they got Chad Kelly back, but once it's another offseason, they've lost talent. And they lost legitimately their leader to Ottawa. They're basically getting dickied.
Bad thing for them, though. When your head coach is throwing guys under the bus immediately following games, like, that locker room was torn.
No, which is fine, but they literally got dickied, because you heard all these, like, oh, Toronto's looking at the Ken Austin's coming back, or they're looking at this and they're looking at that guy and they're going to bring this guy up, and they ended up hiring one of their coordinators because no one wanted the job. That's all you need to know. Like Toronto's not going to be a good team this year. So not as bad as Ottawa, I don't think, but they're going to be a bad team.
And we all had Ottawa at 8 or 9 and 9. So yeah.
If you forced me to make a choice, it would be Edmonton and then Ottawa. I really didn't just want to type the same thing twice.
Fair enough.
Laziness won out.
So there you go. There's the off-season power rankings from the Piffles podcast.
And mine comes out tomorrow, and it's got a theme. I got so bored I had to do a theme to keep myself engaged in power ranking because I think power rankings are stupid.
I read them before we did the show tonight. I really like what you had for Ottawa, your last one. That one was funny to me.
I laughed really hard when I wrote it because I'm like, yep, that works.
So that'll be out on the website on Wednesday. Ticats released a quarterback who they just signed 3 weeks ago, Harrison Frost, one of their pending free agents. They re-signed him at the end of January, and now they have released him now that they have Trey Ford. We're always talking about backup quarterbacks here in Saskatchewan. Is this a guy that, let's say, doesn't sign with a team before training camps hit? When training camps start, we start seeing these the guys that we have under live fire. Maybe they're not what we're hoping they're going to be. Harrison Frost, you give a call to?
Camp body, sure. Like he's, you don't know what you got until you bring him in. But this so reminded me of a Chris Jones move. Like, how often does Chris Jones just sign a guy and then like 2 days later he hasn't even been here yet? Like, he hasn't even gone through a physical. It's like, I changed my mind.
Did you get $100 from the free agent camp?
Yeah.
I think Chris Jones got a cut of all those $100.
You think?
Camp registrations.
I don't know. It's preseason. Guys are going to come in and out, but it's just why sign the guy if you're just going to cut him right away? You had to know you're in on the Trey Ford thing. But
given the annual event that we have around the stadium and around the city nowadays, bringing in a guy named Frost could be fun for marketing. But beyond that,
They barely market AJ Thor hammers. I don't think they're going to Frost.
They have a really good commercial of AJ Ouellette and Logan Ferlin, though. I don't know if you've seen that one. No? Oh, yeah, it runs on especially on CTV. It runs on CTV quite a bit. I noticed that in the NFL playoff run. I'm like, that commercial runs a lot. But yeah, it's.
I was watching it on the Zone, so I would get the Ontario commercials.
Yes. No, Logan Ferlin teaches AJ Ouellette. AJ, you've been in Canada for a while now. It's time to make you a little bit more Canadian. So he starts drinking maple syrup. He plays goalie as Logan Ferlin is firing pucks at him. It's a really good commercial. It's for plumbing and heating. I honestly forget which company, but
Regina Public and Heating, considering they are the sponsor, a big sponsor.
Yeah, it drives a combine in it as well too. So it's actually a really good commercial.
So
which
check
is
it out.
Exactly what they should be doing with a guy like AJ Ouellette making TV commercials. Yeah. But one more thing we got to talk about, and I know Greg was looking forward to this. 4-point field goals coming to the UFL, the spring league, the ultimate gimmick league that Steve was calling out a couple weeks ago. Announced their new rules. 60-plus yard field goals are going to be worth 4 points. Do you guys like this? Greg, I don't think you do.
It is so dumb. Like, also, like, this is also the league that's getting rid of punting once you cross the 50-yard line. Like, they are just messing with special teams. So, and by no means am I a football purist either, but there's 3 phases in the game. And the fact that they're messing with specials is just ridiculous. It like I saw Jamie Nye and I kind of had a mini freak out. He's like, "This is perfect. Get rid of punting," and I'm like, "So field position doesn't matter, defense doesn't matter. Like, yeah, let's just get rid of kickers. Just four downs, and if you don't get 10 yards, you turn over the ball. Let's go. The scores are gonna be 70-66. Who cares? Scoring sells, doesn't it? Like,
football, but it'll be high scoring, and that's what people want.
It is going to look like garbage football. It is schoolyard. I'm going to swear one of these days. It's schoolyard garbage, is what it is. It's not football. Like it's the stuff that we used to play in Mooseman between the track, and it's no, like, it's not football.
There's a reason why the only sports league in the world that has 3 and 4 point plays like this is the Harlem Globetrotters. It's purely for entertainment. It's not football anymore when you start doing things like this. It is entertainment, which is exactly what the UFL should be aiming for. They should be entertainment first. Get people in the door, get people watching. If people want to watch high-scoring football games, do everything in your power to make it happen. You know, the AFL was popular for so long because that's all it was. It was just touchdowns. Right? And some good players came out of the AFL. It was a feeding ground to the NFL a little bit. But own that then. Stop trying to pretend you are NFL light and just accept the fact that you are effectively a circus football league whose only job is to entertain the masses. Or masses seems like a massive overstatement for their.
If anything, it's a math. It's not even you can't even add the
right?
last half of that word.
I get it. I like it simply because it's different, but it's not football.
Hear me out, though. In fantasy football, 40-yard field goals are worth 4 points. 50-yard field goals are worth 5 points. You want increased scoring? Yeah?
It's called fantasy football for a reason, and Woodsy didn't care. So
he did not give a flying you-know-what about your fantasy football team. God bless his soul, man.
Did you actually? What this actually got put underneath the radar? Not a lot of people are talking about it. Did you see there's a 3-point conversion as well?
I did not see that.
There's 1 point, which is a 33-yard field goal. A 2-point, balls placed at the 2-yard line. And if you really want to go for it, the 3-point conversion, balls placed at the 8.
Why not? 9-point games or 1-score games. That's what they want. That's like adding. That's the equivalent of adding in what the NBA has, the play-in tournament. You be in 10th place and get into the playoffs. They're just trying to get things down to the wire,
which is fine. But don't point to this league and go, well, the CFL needs to worry about this league when people are freaking out about moving the goalpost behind the end zones. They are legitimately changing the fundamentals of the game on this. And yes, it is a no-fan circus league whose fans want to argue with me about designs, about flipping a goddamn logo.
Is he still messaging you?
Oh, this guy is just not letting it go. And the only rule I like is they went to one foot inbound catches. Same thing with the CFL does NCAA. I'm fine with that. I agree with that 100%. But the rest of these is just absolute just circus. Like I wasn't kidding last week when I say we're 2 years away from them putting trampolines on here. If they may as well go full banana ball for football, if that's what you want. Because they're not bringing in they're not bringing fans out. They're not bringing fans on the TV. So put a bunch of clowns out there, like 100%. Clowns are only funny when they pass the ball, but it's just this league is a mess. It has been a mess since it was two separate leagues. Spring football does not work in the States. There are NFL fans, not football fans. There are a few football fans out there, but this is not the answer.
I will say, though, as a Green Bay Packers fan, I think I'm supposed to be excited that they are banning the tush push.
I have a problem with that. I understand in the CFL that you can't push the ball carrier. You're not allowed to. You can push the pile, but you can't directly push the ball carrier. Fine. That's the rule. Stop it. The tush push? Look, Philly perfected it.
Well, and this year, it was funny. This year they had trouble with it. Like after teams have got enough film on it, they figured it out, and it wasn't an automatic for Philly anymore. So
but now other teams are using it in the
And
NFL. We
defenses-
see it all the time. It may not be with the quarterback. They might throw in a tight end there or D lineman or something, but they're doing the exact same play. Figure it out on defense. Stop them. It's just a quarterback. It's a quarterback sneak.
defenses will catch up. Offenses always have the initial upper hand because they're going to come up with the wrinkle play, and it's up to the defenses to spot it out. So defenses will catch up, and they have caught up. The fact that there's still teams complaining about the tush push and want to see it banned is ridiculous. Like, this is back to Farhan complaining about short yardage quarterbacks.
I was going to say, I like how Steve loves Tommy Stevens, but then complains about the tush push here.
For the record, I will say, despite being a Green Bay Packers fan, I'm in favor of the tush push. We were the team that started the whole ban it nonsense. I'm like, you know what? Just because we can't do it doesn't mean you need to get rid of it. If that was the case, Hamilton would be putting in a rule that the Grey Cup doesn't happen anymore.
The fact remains is when the teams know Tommy Stevens is on the field, 9.99 times out of 10, he's running the ball. Be prepared to stop the run. If you can't, that's on you. And banning plays is just bogus to me. Unless it's for safety, then I'm fine with it.
Sure.
That's not for safety.
It is fitting, though, with the UFL.
Mm-hmm.
Very on brand.
Do they have a brand? They change their logo every 2 years.
You
and their name.
Wonder what they're going to be. Wonder what their contract is. Maybe I'll have to look it up. That they have to be the television contract. They have to be in for a couple of years, and then once that's done, I wonder what they're going to do after that. They're going to go find 8 new cities that don't want spring football and put a league there and call it the JFL.
I just laugh that they got rid of the Houston Roughnecks and now they're the Houston Gamblers because that's such an upgrade and it's a different team. I'm like, you guys are so stupid.
And that was
we need this off season to be over.
Yeah, and that was going to be a threat to the CFL. Okay. Remember when the CFL was going to join them and become one?
They were talking to the XFL at the time.
Yeah, the Super League. The CXFL. Oh, goodness. What a time. What a time. Yeah, we need this offseason to hurry up and end. Because we're sitting here talking about that. Riders.
Well, their union agreement ends at the end of this season, so maybe no season next year?
Oh, dispersal draft. Perfect. Where does Luis Perez go?
Oh, my boy Louis. He's always going to end up on Dallas. Always.
Please, Jeremy O'Day, you have, I have it in front of me, you have 11 roster spots left to fill. Please sign
Perez is out there. Lou Perez is out there.
Yeah, please sign somebody of importance next week that we can talk about. Yeah. So we're not talking about the UFL. I think we should leave it there.
Probably.
Good a spot as any.
That's the Piffles podcast this week. Thanks for joining us here, watching on the live feed on X, on Facebook, or on YouTube, watching on SaskTel Max TV on demand after. We appreciate it. And downloading wherever you get your podcasts. If you happen to be watching this and you do subscribe on Apple, You have to resubscribe. We screwed up.
Sorry, guys.
Long story short. we'll just say it that
I
way.
don't even know what I did. All of a sudden, it was gone. I was like, "Uh-oh, that's not good."
So make sure you hit the subscribe button and get back in there. But Piffles Podcast is brought to you by our great friends at Dairy Queen on Elphinstone Street and Sass Drive in Regina. Special thanks, of course, to Kathy Festian of Royal LePage Next Level, Churchill Brewing Company, District 306 Regina's Tactical Laser Tag Experience, Bigfoot Vodka, and Creasy's Premium Home Leisure Jacuzzi Spas for their support, making everything possible. Have a great week, everybody. This is Ghost Behind Your Mind by Tyler Gilbert.
Thank you for being such a big supporter and fan of the CFL and myself personally.